What's up, YouTube? It's Chilola's Comics, and I'm back with another video so soon. Surprising, right? Usually it takes me forever to go ahead and get some videos done, but let's just knock them out. Let's do them back to back to back. As I said in one of my last videos, a lot of stuff going on in the comic book community lately. We lost a couple of greats. One of them happens to be the honor, the like honestly, like he's just a stand-up dude, really super nice. He's just like a good man, a good heart, good person. Everything you hear about him is just always so giving, caring, loving, receptive of his fans. Like George Perez. George Perez. I was really super lucky enough, blessed to have the resources to go and meet him once. I got to meet him one time, guys. A few years ago at East Coast Comic Con. Had a blast. Went out there with my buddy AG Surfer, met up with him. Met my good friend, Amazing Murphinator. And the motto of our whole weekend was whatever it takes. We knew that it was going to be. Perez had just announced his retirement, so I want to say it was in 2019, if I'm correct. I want to say it was 2019, maybe 2020. He had announced his retirement. It was one of the last con appearances he was going to do. And he was there to meet his fans and sign some books. And it was pre-pandemic. There was no masks. There was no killer virus that was going around hurting people. Like, we were just out there dealing books and getting signatures and having fun. And it was good times. I'm honestly like getting happy just thinking about it. Like, it's a trip. Like, it's been so long that we've gone out, all of us together at a con like that. And it was just really cool. And on top of that, I got to meet Mr. Perez. Before I jump into these Perez books, I just want to highlight, you guys know I always throw in a couple of bonus books in the background. This is my cover swipe set of King Size Special Hulk Annual #1 by the great Jim Steranko. Speaking of my buddy AG, that's the homie right there. Me and him took off one year to San Diego, again, pre-pandemic. It was actually legit, like the January before, or the January or February right before. It was late January 21st, I want to say. Oh my God, how do I remember that? Right before, all this news popped off about COVID. So it was our last outing together, like being somewhere where we could just go and get some books signed and meet a creator and all that. So lucky enough that CGC was there, met Mr. Steranko, got him to sign down here in purple. I've always loved this cover. Always been a huge fan of this cover, especially. Like, it's just so iconic. And luckily I got CGC to put that special label on there that is a reflection of that same cover. Next to the right, I have the Incredible Hulk, #34. Also a swipe of that King Size Annual. I want to say it was, hey, let's see. Sorry, I gotta read. Bruce Jones story. Kari Andrews cover. Not familiar with that person. Would be cool to get it reslabbed. This is a 9.6, a respectable 9.6. I got a really good price on that a few years back. I think it was like $30 for a slab book. Like, why not? Of course, I'm gonna take it. And it's a cover swipe, of course. Next, I have the Incredible Hulk #112, which is rebranded to say the Incredible Herc, as in Hercules. So you see Hercules there in that same Hulk pose that Mr. Steranko put him in so many years ago. This one is signed by Arthur Adams down here in those yellow flames. I had him signed in green. Looks like I got it done. Adams always puts his date that he signed. So it looks like I got it done in August of 2019. Came back a 9.6 CBCS gold label. And finally, I have Venom #25, signed by Clayton Crane there along Venom's leg in green. And that one is a CGC 9.8. But without further ado, want to get back into the books that I'm going to be showing for this particular video. Again, this is just this is going to be some cool books that I got signed by Mr. Perez. Some special books, special to me. They definitely do have some importance in the comic book collecting world. But I mean, there's definitely some minor keys in there, some keys in there. But they're just special books to me because these are characters that I loved growing up. This is an artist who I loved growing up. I mean, he just has so much detail. This is one of the artists, you guys, that his specialty is just packing in so many characters on the same page and making them all look so different, so diverse. Like, everyone has their own signature look, stance. That's George Perez. You know what I mean? That's just who he is. That's George Perez. So without further ado, I'm going to show these books. I'm going to try to do this in a 3-part series because I have so many books by Mr. Perez that I love. I'm going to try to cut them short. Sorry, guys. I know I'm being long-winded right now, but, here we are. This is take 1. During this video, I'm just going to be showing off my DC books. So, all right, let's go. Here we go. First book I'm going to show off is Tales of the Teen Titans, number 44. This is a CBCS 9.0 gold label, signed by Perez there. Let's see, I got it signed May 18th of 2019, so that would have been at East Coast Comic Con. That's right. I believe what happened was Marv Wolfman was supposed to be at that con, and I was really looking forward to getting a lot of these books double signed. I had it all spec'd out so that Perez would sign up here and Wolfman would sign down there, and I would have had it double signed. But unfortunately, he had a little accident on his way getting on the plane. I think he ended up taking a tumble at the airport. He hurt himself and he had to go to the emergency room. Thankfully, he's okay. I mean, obviously, he's still here. He's still with us. So thankfully, he was okay. But, just going all the way out there and, expecting one thing and getting hit with another, that sucked. But, definitely best thing is that he's okay. And hopefully I'll get a chance to see him again and get it double signed someday. So that's that book. Next, new Teen Titans. Oh, sorry. The importance of this book. Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing. We got the new iconic look for Nightwing, and also the origin of Deathstroke and Jericho is told in that book. All right, now let's move on to New Teen Titans number 1. Again, signed by Perez. I was hoping to get Wolfman on there too. That would have been really cool, but I will say this is the first appearance of Grant Wilson, who's also known as Ravager, who's Deathstroke's son. He's not in costume at that time. It's the second team appearance and the origin of the new Teen Titans, which includes Beast Boy, Cyborg, Kid Flash, Raven, Robin, Starfire, and Wonder Girl. It's the second appearance of both Starfire, Cyborg, and also Raven. So, great book. I mean, I'm a huge Teen Titans fan. Not that big of a fan of Teen Titans Go. The Teen Titans original cartoon show. You guys ever get a chance to watch that? Check it out. It's dope. It's a great show. Next, New Teen Titans number 2 came back in an 8.5 signed by Perez. You guys know that that's the first appearance of Deathstroke, the Terminator, which, I mean, who's going to be mad at that? That is not Deathstroke. That's Deathstroke back there. It's the first appearance and death of Ravager is what I read. I don't know. I don't remember reading this book. It's been quite a while. A couple other little first appearances of a person named Wintergreen, who is Deathstroke's mentor, and it's also the first cameo appearance of Trigon. It's just, I guess, in the form of demonic eyes, and we all know Trigon is the father of Raven. All right, so that's those 3 books. Let's get a new set of books out. Next. Oh, nice. Yes, love this. Okay, Tales of the New Teen Titans number 1, featuring Cyborg. Number 2, featuring Raven, and I got both of these signed at East Bay Comic Con. Number 3, for whatever reason, escaped me. I was not able to get signed at East Bay Comic Con. I sent in to get it signed at the most recent Perez signing that CGC had, the in-house Perez signing that they had. He signed down here in black, came back in a 9.4, and it has that really cool George Perez label that they came out with, and I'm really happy to have gotten that label. I think that's really cool. The only other person that has their own label with their face on it is Stan Lee. George Perez definitely deserves one, and I'm fucking hella happy to have it. I will say really quickly, so the New Teen Titans number 1 is the origin of Cyborg, aka Victor Stone. First appearance of Ron Evers, who is a childhood friend of Victor Stone, who later became an enemy of Cyborg. This one here, number 2, origin of Raven. Number 3, origin of the Changeling, aka Beast Boy. And finally, also have New Teen Titans number 4, which signed by Perez there. And it is the origin of both Starfire and her sister Blackfire. This one came back in a 9.4, and now I got the set. I got the whole set complete in either a 9.4 or 9.6. All 4 books. I don't think you can see them all 4 there, but anyways, all 4 books. Got the whole set done. Really happy to finally have them. Maybe someday I'll crack them out and get Wolfman on there. Kind of depends. It'll depend on a lot of things. I don't know. That's a lot of books to be doing, but we'll see someday. Okay, so that's those 4 books. Ooh, nice. I forgot about this one. Next is Wonder Woman #1, signed by Perez, right here at the knees. This should be noted that it is a wraparound cover. Really, really awesome artwork. And that's the thing. He fits so many people, so many characters. Look at that strip right there. Look at that orange strip. Look at how many Amazons are there. Look at the detail in the castle behind him. Look at the detail in the goddesses behind Wonder Woman. It's ridiculous. The man's line work is ridiculous. The amount of detail that he puts into a single page, like I don't know. I don't know how he did that. But anyway. Oh, also got that really, really cool Perez label there. Next, Crisis on Infinite Earths, #7. We know is the death of Supergirl. And if you saw my previous video, you'll know that this is also a cover swipe of X-Men #136. Out of all the guys that do the cover swipe of this X-Men 136, this is probably my favorite. I'm a bigger X-Men fan than I am anything DC. I love X-Men. I think the original is the better cover for the characters that are shown with, Cyclops and Jean. However, the amount of detail, again, the amount of detail in all of the background characters. I think at one point I had taken the time to try and do a head count of all the characters that are behind Superman, on the cliffs overlooking him hang on to, his deceased cousin and be super sad, right? I want to say it was like almost 60, 70 plus characters. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of characters that he's squeezed in there. And then I can't even say squeeze is not even the appropriate word, because they're all there. They all look like they're supposed to be there. Nothing's out of place. You can distinctly tell who each character is. It's not just some amorphous blob of BS in the background. Like, check it out. My video is not doing this book justice. Check it out. See it for yourself. Get a digital copy. You'll see the amount of detail. You'll be just as amazed as I am right now. Every time I look at it, I'm pumped. Next, this is I'm gonna move this one over. I love this book. I really, really do. I love all 3 of these books that I'm about to show, but the one I'm about to pull out right now, this is my baby right here. This is my baby. DC Comics presents #26. This is the first appearance of the new Teen Titans. It's in a 16-page preview. That one I have read. It's really cool. It's like some dream sequence, and then they go back and forth between dream and reality. First appearance of Raven. First appearance of Cyborg. First appearance of Starfire. This baby right here is triple signed. Jim Starlin, George Perez, Marv Wolfman. I got Wolfman in July of 2018. I got Starlin on that same day. I want to say that was like at East Bay Comic Con or maybe San Francisco Comic Con. I forget. It was somewhere here in the Bay Area. I got those 2 guys. At that time it came back a 9.4. I pressed it, cleaned it, took it on a plane with me all the way to New York. New Jersey. Met Perez, got him to sign it, and that time it came back a 9.2, and I was disappointed about the grade drop, but man, you guys, I don't know how many people out there got this first appearance triple signed in a 9 and above. So at the end of the day, I'm happy. Maybe someday I'll crack it out, get it pressed, and see if I can give it another grade bump. Not sure what happened, because the thing looked clean. But whatever. I'm still happy to have it in my collection. And yeah, so I got one last book to show you guys. This one's a little bit of a cheat book in that I said that I'm showing you guys all my DC books, and I still am, with a caveat. This is a nice transition to the next video. This is Avengers JLA #4, also signed by Perez down here in red. Super iconic cover. Like, how is this not going to be an iconic cover when you got Superman holding Mjolnir holding Cap's shield, ready to go into battle, right? Like, it's just iconic cover all day. I want to say that I'm really happy to get this book as well. I'm super stoked that I was able to get that George Perez label on it, and I have a few other George Perez labels in my collection, just like I have a few Stan Lee labels in my collection. So just happy to have those. I'm pretty bummed. You know, I usually come with a little more energy on these videos, but I'm pretty bummed, man. Like, Mr. Perez was a really cool artist, really great guy. And for those of you who know me, um, representation matters, guys. Representation fucking matters. So to have a name like Perez, Ramos, Aragones, as a young brown kid, as a young Latino, growing up reading comics, to see those names in comics, it was like, oh man, like these guys could do it. Like maybe someday I can, or my kids can, or somebody like me can, you know? Um, so it's just it's sad. It's sad that we lost him, and then of all things for him to go, you know, he had his health issues, but you know, pancreatic cancer is the thing that did him in, and that's actually something that's really close to home. You know, I lost a family member to that who I love dearly, and you know, it's rough. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for today, guys. This is my DC Comics George Perez signed comic collection. This is part 1 of my George Perez special. I'm going to be doing 2 more. Part 2 will be my Marvel books, and part 3 will be the books that are currently with CGC right now. I'd sent a few in to get signed. Unfortunately, Mr. Perez wasn't feeling well enough to be able to do the signing. Um, you know, many thoughts and prayers to him and his family. Um, yeah, that's all I got. Those books will be coming back soon. Those are all going to be blue labeled, but I wanted to get them done with that Perez label anyway, because they're just special books to me. They're books that I really care about. So as soon as I get those back, we'll record those videos and post them as soon as we can. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment, do what you got to do. Um, either way, it's all good. You guys know who it is. It's Cholula's Comics. Until I see you next time, keep stacking hella comics.